Right, good morning and welcome to day 7, the very last day. It's been raining but it's stopped now. 6 miles to the end. Well, not 6 miles to the end, 6 miles to the end of the Hadrian's Wall walk, and then about another 6 miles to the coast, I think. I'm told this stretch feels like the longest stretch. You're just literally walking along the River Tyne here, and it seems to go on forever and ever and ever, so one foot in front of the other, let's speed up and get this out of the way so I can go home. Yeah, these directions are a load of rubbish. It's supposed to be a 5-mile walk, is this? I've already walked 3 miles and it still says I've got 4.6 miles to go. So I'm taking absolutely zero notice of that. Just keep plodding on. I reckon it's going to be about 7 miles to get to the end of the Hadrian's Wall walk anyway. I do love riverbanks like this. It's a bit similar to London really. Lots of joggers, lots of walkers. They've even got a little fitness thing for you here. I like it. You've got a hustling and bustling city, but they still provide a bit of tranquility. Well, you know, somewhere a bit more peaceful along the riverside. It's lovely. The unfortunate thing is they just have not grasped how to do a sculpture. Really strange sculptures here in Newcastle. See what they've done there? Jury's in. I like it. Very clever. I've just been thinking, if you consider every 2 of my steps is 1 metre, let's just guess that, yes? You think about that for Hadrian's Wall. For every 1 metre that I walk, every 2 steps, they build a wall about 10 feet wide and 10-15 feet high and 1 metre long. Do you know how many times they've done that? 140,000 times. How unbelievable is that? You think of all the work they put in just to build a wall. Personally, I'd have just got string, you know, just a really big, thick piece of string or some rope, and just put that from coast to coast. It'd have been a lot quicker and a lot easier than building a really big wall. I'm nearly there, guys. I believe about 1.5 miles to the end of the Hadrian's Wall walk, and then about another 6 miles to the coast, but let's get the Hadrian's Wall walk finished first. Starting to feel good about it. I've achieved something, almost. There's a man walking 2 dogs down there. He's got one on a lead in front, he's well ahead, and that poor one at the back there, it looks very, very old, and it's hardly, it can't keep up. It's going so slow, it is absolutely tired out. And we're pretty much at the other end of the wall now. This is Segedum, I think it's called, Segedum Roman Fort. Just in here, you can't get in at the moment. I'm expecting some kind of proper finish just round the corner somewhere. This can't be it. 84 miles to Bowness-on-Solway, which is where I started. But I've certainly done more than 84 miles, I can tell you. This truly is a beautiful, beautiful city. Well, it turned out that was the end of Hadrian's Wall. What an anticlimax. There's me carrying on walking and I've already done it. So biggest achievement of my life, probably, Hadrian's Wall. But there's still one achievement to do yet, and that's walk coast to coast, another 5 miles. And I'm certainly not going to do the Hadrian's Wall without getting to the coast and having that massive achievement of coast to coast. So let's keep going. Well, I've no other option. I've just got to carry on this road, 4 miles, busy road, but it's the quickest way to the coast, all the way there. I've just had a police car stop next to me, telling me to get in and they'll give me a lift to the other side of the roundabouts because there's some pretty dangerous roundabouts to cross. I says, you must be having a laugh. I haven't just walked for 7 days I'm in my finest hour. This is my last 3 miles to walk to the coast. Do you honestly think I'm going to get back in the back of your police car and spoil it? I says, I'm sorry, I know you're just looking after my safety, but there's no way you're going to stop me from walking over these roundabouts unless you arrest me. They said fair enough and just let me go. Can you imagine if that had been the end? Stopped by getting arrested for refusing to do what the police asked me to do. But we're alright, 3 miles left into the last hour, the finest hour, my finest hour. I can't wait to see the sea, I really can't. That's called Christchurch North Shield. Not that I give a toss. 1.4 miles to go, 27 minutes. Getting very excited now. I have now got about 0.7 miles to the sea. The trip is nearly over. Okay, something happened to me back there. I don't know if I'm going to show it in the video or not. But either way, I'm at the coast. Look behind me. That's the sea. I've been walking for 7 days. I've finally reached the east coast, so I'm absolutely buzzing. All I need to do now is touch the sea. Touch the sea and I've done everything. I'm so proud of myself. I've literally walked coast to coast. It's not a massive achievement to some people. I've walked about 100 miles. They say it's about 88, 90 miles from one coast to the other. But when I have to take detours to my campsites and things, I've walked 100 miles and I'm here. And that's the coast. And I'm about to go there. Come and join me. I'm buzzing. It would be so easy right now for me to say I have walked coast to coast, but I don't think it works really until you actually touch the sea, does it? I've tried to go that way, but there's a gate and it's shut. Oh, and there's a castle there, by the way. I need to go down these steps. Just give me 4 minutes, yeah? 4 minutes and I'll be touching the sea on the other side. Get in. Right guys, I have literally walked coast to coast. Get the hell in. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm on the sand right next to the sea. Here's the sea, look. I'm ecstatic. I've made it. It's not been easy. I can assure you it's not been easy, but I have made it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You can do it. It is hard. It's very, 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 very hard. But you can do it. What a feeling. What a feeling. What an accomplishment. Okay, so I've completed my walk and I'm on the train back to Newcastle. And these two lads have just started talking to me. He asked me if I was Deep Digger Dan because he knows who I am. And we're just talking politics. You know, really interesting stuff. Well, it isn't interesting, really. He wants to be a historian, but he isn't sure what kind of historian. What do you want to be again? Oh, graphic designer. Graphic designer is in websites or as in designing cars.
Next station is...
You might be in a video, do you know that? Only in Newcastle. My last night in the hostel. And if you don't know what a hostel is, this is what it is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people can sleep in here. This is my bed. I'm in there. And I'm the only one in here at the moment. Friday night, I thought it would be busy. We'll see if anyone else turns up, but yeah, it's nice. I like this hostel, it's very nice. So this artist's just been in. He's doing the entire building. And he's absolutely amazing. Every corner you turn in, every corridor. You're looking at things like this. It's really nice in here. That noise, by the way, is the computer. You could just spend an hour walking around reading through these. And he can do a wall in like... I've watched him do one wall. And it took him like, what, 2 hours? If that? You won't recognise a lot of these if you're worldwide. A lot of them are very English known people, but absolutely brilliant. So there you have it, guys. I've walked from the west coast to the east coast. I've just done like 100 miles or something. I've done it for charity, Macmillan Cancer Care. Please look in the description and donate. Even if it's just £1, just do anything you can, because until I reach £5,000, I'll feel like I've failed. But I've done everything I can do. I've set everything up and I've done the walk, and I'm so proud of myself. This is the biggest achievement I've ever done in my life. I've walked from one end of England to the other. Absolutely buzzing.